Honorable Governor of West Bengal, Shri Keshrinath Tripathi, former Governor of Chhattisgarh and my dear colleague, Shri Shekhar Dutt, Shri Gautam Mitra, who needs no introduction, Professor Babatosh Bishwas, Dr. Krishna Dalal, members of this distinguished audience, and if I may be permitted, may I recognize Srimati Sudha Kaul, who is present here, because in my years when I was the governor, for me, cerebral palsy meant Sudha Kaul, till Gautam Mitra came on the scene. So thank you very much for being here, Sudha, and thank you very much, all of you. For me, it's a homecoming. I left Kolkata about 8 months ago, and I couldn't have thought of a better opportunity to return, because the setting up of the Bishwabandhan Foundation was something that was one of the few things that I ever did good in my life. My association with Dr. Gautam Mitra and his wife, and as I said, I could not have thought of a better opportunity to return. I'm grateful to the Honorable Governor for giving me this opportunity to be here and to be his guest on this occasion. And there are many persons in this audience with whom I have associated for the past 4 years and more. And all that I can say, I thank God for being so wonderful to me. For this was a state where I came reluctantly, but went back totally and completely committed to as the finest place on earth. So thank you for allowing me to be present here today. I deem it a privilege to be amongst this galaxy of healers and leading members of the medical profession who have come together, as we just heard, to uphold the Hippocratic Oath in a common endeavor of great significance for humanity. I feel humbled to be included in such a conclave, and also to have an opportunity to speak before all of you. I'm sure the former governor of Chhattisgarh, my colleague, would echo the same sentiments, for this is truly a momentous occasion. It is seldom that one comes across an instance of such pure unselfishness, and only a cause as great as this could have ensured it. I would hence especially like to thank Sri Gautam Mitra and of course his wife for the opportunity to be here with you today. I vividly recall the events that led up to the setting up of the Bishwabandhan Foundation for Cerebral Palsy. The foundation, which was initially set up in Zurich, Switzerland in May 2012, had its India chapter formally inaugurated on the 25th of September 2012 here in Kolkata. I had the great good fortune to be present at the inauguration of the India chapter, because the inauguration was also in the Raj Bhavan. The foundation, as Gautam Mitra mentioned a few minutes ago, has as its primary mission the establishment of a dedicated institution for proper treatment with ultra-modern rehabilitation therapy for cerebral palsy, and also to provide possible preventive measures for cerebral palsy. No cause can be greater than this. This is a foundation that has been inspired and driven by the vision and determination of two people, Sri Gautam Mitra and his wife. The decision to set up the foundation is not merely an act of philanthropy. It is the outcome of a deeply ingrained belief, as also a message of hope from them to others, resulting from their personal anguish, that of a mother and father, joint and loving caretakers of a child afflicted with cerebral palsy. Theirs is the triumph of courage and hope. Theirs is the desire that by involving the community and engaging the human spirit, they could help strengthen collective well-being. My acquaintance with Sri Gautam Mitra and his wife came about by sheer accident. It was at a celebration in his house in 2011, I think Gautamil 2011, where I went to inaugurate the Durga Puja celebration. Present there was the renowned playback singer, Shri Sanu, who's now the brand ambassador. This was an inauguration no different from several other inaugurations I had participated in previously. However, the day turned out to be different. This was the day and the occasion when I was to witness a near miracle. We were taken to meet Dr. Gautam Mitra's child, Abhishek, a victim of 100% cerebral palsy. Kumar Sanu then sang this song that you just now heard in his video, which seemed to have a dramatic emotional impact on this young victim of cerebral palsy. A live demonstration of the powerful impact of music on a near comatose child. All of us present there could feel the impact of what was happening. It prompted and encouraged all those present to strengthen the culture of responsibility towards one another. It nevertheless required a Gautam Mitra to translate this into reality. Shri Gautam Mitra believes and has made clear that philanthropy must become an integral part of the solution for problems such as cerebral palsy. He has provided the wherewithal, both his and hopefully from other well-intentioned donors subsequently, to launch a project in Switzerland to study the impact of music on patients afflicted by cerebral palsy. The Bishwabandhan Foundation institutionalizes this hope and this vision. Members of this audience, I had, as I said, the opportunity to meet Abhishek. He was a child like any other. He would have had the same hopes as any other child when he was born, except that he did not have the good fortune of being able to express his thoughts. What he had, however, was an unbreakable spirit that guarded him for about 17 years till he finally gave up. He has left behind a legacy that we must learn to treasure. He's part of a legend, and we must write a proper epitaph for this remarkable individual who is no longer with us. We must learn to treasure this so that the future of other children is safe, as Mr. Gautam Mitra said a few minutes ago. Before such an illustrious group of medical specialists, I dare not refer to the medical causes for cerebral palsy and the reasons leading to the abnormal development or damage to parts of the brain. Most of us have been brought up in the belief that the causes are unknown and that the risk factors are many. For laymen like me, cerebral palsy is a condition that is not only a challenge to the medical profession, but also a challenge to the evolving role of humanity. A cure for cerebral palsy, we feel, is an imperative requirement for any society that regards itself as inclusive. Towards this end, I would consider Shri Gautam Mitra as among today's thought leaders in the field of philanthropy relating to medical science. His action is in keeping with modern philanthropic attitudes of targeted giving leading to sustainable outcomes. Hopefully, as a result, more and more insights into the causes for this kind of disorder will be discovered. This, in turn, would fuel hopes of finding cures for some, if not all, types of cerebral palsy. This is the first medical symposium to prevent cerebral palsy worldwide, organized by the Bishwabandhan Foundation. It is symptomatic of the courage of the human spirit to push themselves to struggle until the end. It would be tragic if we do not progress rapidly on this path. Either we go up together or we go down together. The question before each one of us, therefore, is, how do we help? The answer is that we must address this issue with both determination and resource. Today, is a crucial day when the challenges that we face can be converted into an opportunity so as to make the world a better place by reducing, if not altogether eliminating, cerebral palsy. Laymen like us would like to thank you doctors and Shri Gautam Mitra for trying to make the world a better place. Shri Gautam Mitra and his wife have tried to tell us that there is nothing that cannot be done in the world when people work together. Their lives and the child's sacrifice have a simple underlying message, namely, that any act of good intention, whether big or small, can create an impact. I would like to end by echoing the famous scientist Albert Einstein, who once said that, and I quote, "It is every man's obligation to put back into the world at least the equivalent of what he takes from it." Quote ends. Let us, all of us who are present here and those outside, heed this message so that it adds real meaning to our existence. Thank you very much.